Booyah.
And we are back with the BradyBagz Show. I am Sean Brady. Joe Pyfer's to my right. Kurt is to his right. And Justin Haskell, who doesn't say much, is to my left.
My man.
Very late
Fuck
today.
this car. It's Monday.
Yes.
We usually record on Sundays, but yeah, we're getting in here after training.
Good weekend, man.
Getting an episode. It was a good weekend. Good weekend.
First
of fights.
Father's Day?
First Father's Day.
How was it? You get your socks?
I got a
Cologne and tie.
I got this shirt. I got an air freshener with Vader's face on it.
Yes. Drill?
Huh?
Some sort of working equipment? Something to do around?
No.
All right. That's good.
I got a phone case. But she did get me a book, and it's like
I saw it.
Yeah,
Custom.
so the book that's all I want. Bro, I can buy anything I want. Like
That is true.
Give me sentimental shit. And she was cool with letting me go ride all day yesterday, but I was like, you know what?
You didn't go?
No, I was like, I have a bad feeling I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
I stayed home, hung out with the family, and I had a flat, and so I just worked out and hung out with the family. So it was cool. How was your guys' Father's Day?
I literally drove all the way there, and then he
No, you
told me.
didn't. Joey, I could tell you didn't want to go yesterday.
I was only going to go if you were going.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Joey don't
How
want to
far
go.
do y'all got? Well, you don't got to go far. How far
No,
do you got
he
to go
does
to drive?
an hour.
An
hour still?
Yeah, hour for everybody.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me
Depends on which spot we
yeah.
go to.
dirt bike riding takes some cardio. Is that true?
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
it does. Yes, it does.
That was my feelings a little bit. I was like, all right, I'm take cardio, dog.
Especially the racing.
My bike heavy too.
Oh, bro, racing, when they race,
The heart rate.
they do 20 to 30 minute motos. It's like max heart rate for 20 or 30 minutes. So it's like sparring for 5 to 6 rounds straight, max.
Yeah, I think the average they said for like racing is like their heart rate is above 170.
Oh, it's above.
It's insane.
It's almost maxed out the entire time, bro. But yeah, it's all good. We had a good weekend. Good weekend of fights. Our boy Simon got married. Shout out to Simon.
Hey,
Good job,
congrats.
Simon.
Shout out to Simon. Yeah, tied the knot.
Yo,
Another good
you
one
look
going.
fucked up again, though.
Oh yes, he was.
Sure, I was all right.
Any tackles by Kurt on the dance floor?
No, he wasn't as fucked up.
Every
as
time
he
you was
usually
drinking
gets.
water, I was right there drinking water with
He
you.
wasn't as fucked up as he usually gets, but he was drinking.
Good job,
he was
Kurt.
drinking the
Good
dirty
job.
Shirleys for sure.
I just saw a shiny bald dude in
I was
there.
definitely was, and you gotta remember when we put Simon up on that chair on that Jewish
Yeah,
shit.
heavy dude.
That was I knew God existed, bro.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
bro. He's heavy, fat
Yeah.
bastard. Like yo,
fat back.
and I was the tallest
And
guy
I
on
was the
that
only
side.
sober. And I was the only sober one there. I was like,
So-
I'm about to
so
I didn't
drop.
see any pictures
I
of
was
you
like,
there.
I'm about to drop.
I know you were
this
there.
It was
motherfucker.
definitely, it's weird because by the end of the night, it looked like you were
Yeah.
drinking. He was in the band.
Simon came up to me. He was like, undo your tie. Undid my tie. So like, people were probably like, yo, Sean's fine.
and he
I
had
was just-
sneakers on. I'm like, this man looks
Bro,
like
my
he's
drink.
sore.
Nah, I've been drinking them for 2 years.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I woke up. I felt hungover from going to sleep late. We stayed up at 12 till like 12:30.
Yeah.
I woke up. I was like, yo, I feel hungover from sleep. I ain't shit. I'm a bitch. Back in the day, I would have been fucking 30 beers deep. Probably fucking
You're 32?
peeing on Kristen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Wild.
highlight of that situation was we were doing pictures. His photographer, right? So you saw him look
Pictures as in drinks?
No,
Or-
you know my lingo is all fucked up. We were doing pictures, right? Of like whatever.
He was
wedding
the guy
shit.
who was a photographer.
Dude was a photographer, and first he didn't recognize me, whatever, and then he went out. You could tell Simon said something like, "Who is that?" Da, da, da. And he told him who he was. So he came back. He's just kind of staring at him, like, and then he was like, he told me, he was like, yeah, brother, blah blah blah, right? So I'm standing there. I was like, what the fuck did I say? Oh, he said, he said, I knew you looked familiar. Watch your fights. I said, do I look familiar? The dude was like, no way.
He sold it.
We told him,
said
he was
fucking
Czech Congo.
Czech Congo, brother.
No way.
Yes, he
Yo.
did. He shook my hand.
But
He
first,
was-
this dude didn't like. He seen me. He was like, "Oh, I see you got the cauliflower." He's like, "You do a little jujitsu?" I was like, "Yeah, a little bit." And then Simon. He's like, "Yo, that guy looks familiar." And Simon told him who I was. And then Kurt, he came back. This dude was hype. And then we told him he was Kurt. But I'm like, "Yo, there's no way this dude really thought Kurt was Czech Congo."
Man,
we kept
Google's it, brother.
we're like, "Yo, Czech." We just kept calling him Czech. We're like, "Czech."
I don't know. This is where I'm a little offended at. He Googles Czech Congo and he comes and shows
Just
me
a
the
bald,
picture
a
and
bald
says,
black guy.
is this really you? Now I'm trying to figure out, one, how old do I look? Because this guy looks my age in 2010 or whatever. I'm
You
like,
don't
damn,
look
bro.
old.
Yeah.
I don't go.
Nah, not at all.
Well, how the fuck did he think I could pass for Czech Congo?
Yeah, but
Good
Czech
shit.
don't look that old.
Yeah, you
Check
pulled a
don't look
catfish off.
Yo, you are sweating your dick
It's
off,
not- I
bro.
got- it's
What
not
you got?
that.
Alopecia or something?
Nah, I got something.
Yo, what?
Yo, second time someone catfished somebody was shown there.
What
that had to
happened
do
first
with
time?
Simon.
Ain't
when
no,
I-
ain't no
Oh,
one
When I
that
actually,
catfished the club.
no one
did
actually thought you
catfish
were
the
a
club.
fighter, though. They didn't.
That's could
believe
pass
you.
for X Fighter.
No, you couldn't.
He
Sean,
couldn't. Yo,
Sean,
take a second.
stop. Hold on. Let me tell my story.
Let me tell my story.
Because Sean didn't show up to the club, so I showed up and was just like, "You,
All right,
no,
We
you
know-
ain't,
we
shut,
know
you
the
ain't
story,
shut me
bro.
down.
Let's get into
You don't know.
Let's
Hold
get
on, I'm telling
you
my
said you were
story.
Sean Brady.
No,
They
I
said,
didn't.
Yo!
I didn't do that at all. No, I didn't do
Come
that.
on, man.
I didn't do that at all.
Let's get into these fucking. Let's get into
No,
this
the
card,
fuck I
bro.
didn't.
This is gonna be an hour and a half episode of Justin telling some bullshit.
No, that was a fucking
Speed it
great
up. Hurry
night.
up. Go.
Real
Get
just
your
quick
story
nights
out.
that I was in the
People
UFC.
love him. People love this guy.
I'm
So the
telling Devin to cut this
DJ,
shit out.
so the best part of the whole thing is I'm lying. I tell the DJ,
Like
the
always.
DJ lies to me and
Surprise.
tells me he see me fight live.
Yeah.
And then introduces me to the crowd and that's Simon as my manager. Which we have the video and the fucking place went insane.
Where was this at?
Virginia.
Yeah, it was in Virginia.
All right, I drove there. All right.
That was a good night.
All right, so
All
the
right.
first fight. No, I'm just kidding.
no.
Let's
Seriously,
get into
go ahead and
this-
start. Go ahead and
let's get
start
into
this
card.
recap.
Vanessa Demopoulos got
Work.
Yo, she kind of gave belt a little bit. The shorty, she beat the shit out of her a little
yeah.
bit.
I didn't even watch that fight. Keep it a
I
whole
didn't either.
buck. This is where I started. Philip Rowe versus Ange Lusa.
Y'all took Phil real correct.
Yeah, but
Bro.
I did.
Lusa-
I took
Lusa-
Ange. I thought Ange was.
Lusa looked really like he didn't look really good. He was winning the fight, dropped him in the first round, was winning the second, was scoring takedowns, and then just let Phil Rowe beat the shit out of him in the third round.
Gassed out, yeah.
Just stood there and just got punched. Like he just held his face and punched him.
That was
50
that was
times.
that was.
But I was happy to see Phil get a win. I used
Yeah.
to hate Phil, but Phil's a nice dude.
Doesn't he,
Stinks
doesn't,
at
he owe,
COD, but
doesn't he owe you $1,000 for
he still
betting?
owes me $1,000 for
You did say
Sean
that on the
beating
pod
Craig
before.
Jones, but you know we're gonna run that shit back in COD, and so
Pay
hopefully we
up,
play
pay
later.
up, Phil. Ricky
got it.
Simone.
Did he get a bonus? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Ricky Simone looked really good. Cameron Smotherman, how do you say his last name?
Smotherman.
Smotherman.
Yeah.
He was coming on in the third. He was trying to land some big shots. You can tell he's got some power, but Ricky was cracking him too and just mixing up the takedowns. It was just a bad matchup for him.
That was very, very bad. And for me, and my question is like, with an up and coming kid like that, like, is that a good fight to take?
No, not at all.
Bad
Ricky
management?
Simone-
But hey, I mean, listen, UFC's
can't-
big on taking opportunities.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Do you think they give him some sort of like, look, don't worry about this. However it goes, we still
No,
or they count it as a
I
loss.
mean,
it's a
no,
loss,
it's
then
a-
you better not lose your next one.
But they offer
out,
you,
cuz.
they offer you something. You almost you got to take it. So I
Yeah.
took it. Cody Durden versus Jose. How do you say this? Listen,
Okawa,
whoever the fuck this kid is.
That kid's tough.
Ochoa, I think.
Ochoa.
Yeah,
He's
Ochoa
fucking
brothers, like-
good, bro.
and he has
Yeah.
great
He looked
cardio and power. And,
Who? What team? Oh, he's from the shootbox team.
Yeah.
He had Diego Lima in his corner.
I did. It felt like Cody was going to win just being in that Georgia
looked really
vicinity
good.
at first, but then it just.
I thought he
Yeah.
was gonna win because, I mean, this guy, like, I don't know, the Canadians haven't been doing that good lately. Besides, what's his face, Malat.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that dude was nasty. He had good
No, this
kicks,
dude's-
good power.
This dude's good. Is he Canadian?
Yeah, I think he's Canadian.
Did y'all peep at the end of the fight the hard hand pulling?
Yes.
Did you
didn't
see
forget
where?
it. He didn't
Okay, you
forget
saw
it.
where happened in the
Well,
weigh-in?
Cody Durden grabbed his hand, pulled him in at weigh-ins, and
Yeah.
then after he won the fight, he did it to him to shake and then pulled him
Oh
in.
no way!
How you like that?
Yeah.
He did not
Fuck
forget.
that.
But that's how you handle it. You get what I'm saying? I'm a
Cody
back it
smiled
up.
about it.
He
so.
did.
He's
That
like,
shit, he
"Ah,"
could take
he's like,
it
"You
for
got
sure.
me."
Yep.
That was going.
Happy to see this fight.
Malcolm fucking Wellmaker.
Yep.
God, I'm a fan,
Yeah.
bro. That fucking right hook,
How about the
Kick, check, right hook,
boof, boof.
flatline.
the walkout song was great.
Matinho looked horrible. Like, let's
did.
keep it a bean. Like, body looked. He took it on short notice. Hopefully, the UFC gives him a second chance. But me and Kristen were watching it, and she was saying something. I was like, this kid, like, not for nothing, he wasn't known for being
He's been a
good.
glorified punching
He was
bag.
known for getting his ass whooped by fucking Sean O'Malley.
Durability, which is the
Yeah.
worst thing to be known for. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm tough.
That's the worst.
Being
the
known
worst.
for being like getting your like being able to take an ass whooping isn't something great.
Yeah.
So, but I hope he gets another.
You can tell
shot.
they like this kid, and I think they are But my
He's a
biggest
cool
behind
story,
him.
man.
Yo, and stop calling him a kid. This motherfucker's 31 years old. I thought he was 20 years old.
I'm 35, baby.
But I'm saying, I thought he was 20.
He looks young.
I thought he was 20. I looked him up. I'm like, yo, he's 31.
At some point in time, he was a young boy to me though. I was 13, he was 9.
You sweating your dick off too.
Dude, it's starting to make me think that you got some sort of infatuation with like people who sweat.
Why you sweating so bad?
I got a hoodie on.
Why you got a hoodie on? It's fucking summer.
Cause when I walk out my house, I wear. Y'all gonna stop? Did you?
I just want to say I still haven't fucking gotten a hoodie.
How Jesse got a hoodie in his... Yo, Nick.
And you know what pisses me off? You always come at me right after I shave. If you shaved your head, your pores are gonna be. They're gonna be like.
Listen,
I just came from a hard ass practice. Took a shower. Not sweating.
Guess who doesn't give a fuck? Like you told me last week.
I don't give a fuck
you know
about
who
your
works tonight.
bald
It's going
ass-
to work 22 hours or some
Yo,
shit like that.
And I hope you sweat the entire
I
time.
work in a cooler, baby. I'll be straight.
Yeah.
As for Wellmaker, my question was: do you think they?
Fast track him.
Yes.
He said he
would.
Dude, I don't feel like he's gotten matchups that are really on his level yet. But does that
He's only had
sometimes
2
create
fights.
true? But I'm saying, if they continue this way, does that sometimes create a hard fall when you finally get matched up
Well,
with?
I know from my experience when I was knocking people out before I was a decisionator, right? They were like,
Yo, what the
when you
fuck?
knock people out fast, they view you as like, oh, you're so much better than the competition.
Yeah.
So they try to raise you real quick. So you're not like they don't. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I guess
hope they
they
don't
gotta
do that to
find
him.
where you
I know
are,
it's crazy. I would
technically.
like to see him versus Cody Garbrandt.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Is that next? Is that who was
No,
next?
yeah.
Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. The fight wasn't that exciting.
At all.
Chiesa didn't shoot one. Like, it was just
Yeah.
not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So we don't guys, but we picked Chiesa. We don't have to
Yep.
spend too much time on it.
Fuck outta here.
This fucking fight, Paul Craig versus
I
this
still want that
motherfucker.
fight.
Huh?
I still want that fight.
What
I would
do
go
you-
in 205 just to get him
Yo.
the fight.
What do y'all feel happened at the
He's.
end?
I think Bellato faked it.
He looked at him. He said.
Yeah. And look, I
And
try to
then,
give
yo,
him.
Hold on.
woke up wide awake, butt scooted to the cage. Then he started playing De La Hiva guard.
And found his heel like perfectly. I was like, you're not.
I'm like, yeah.
You
I
literally
don't
just
know,
reached for
bro.
it. Like you.
I hope he wouldn't do that, but it looked bad.
Yeah.
Show him, do it again. What did he do?
He sound like Peter
he
Griffin.
looked at you, he said, he was like, you see that?
Yeah.
I seen better acting in a porno than that shit, bro. For real.
God damn.
That's fucking.
Yo,
that's terrible.
it
Do you
looks-
watch the storylines?
What storyline? The porno?
In porn.
In the beginning, yeah. You got to get the build up.
What the fuck?
That's when I was 16, bro. You
Crazy.
got to see the build up.
Yo, popping some popcorn before going to the spank bang would be crazy.
You know how long I worked on a fucking sink one time?
Taking a
What was
regular
it?
call, like, yo, what's up? Yeah, about to watch this movie real quick.
Yeah.
Still salt as a noodle, just waking him up.
You're...
All right, keep going.
Now, the worst is when you finish and the better part comes on.
on a
Jesus
serious
Christ.
note. On a serious note.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go
yo,
ahead.
he heard me.
Shut the.
Shut up.
Go ahead, let it
No,
go.
on a serious note, I feel like it sucks for Paul. Even though I want to fight Paul Craig, it sucks for him to have to train, go up to 205, try to make his comeback. I actually don't feel like he was doing terrible, right? But I think Bellato was like kind of scared of him. I don't know why. And then obviously what happened. It sucks for both guys. It sucks more for Paul Craig, I think, because I think Bellato could have continued, but whatever.
Yo,
Yeah.
100%.
If you need a short notice fight,
I'm not
dog, and
gonna-
you
I'm
need
not-
205,
I'm not gonna say-
I'm here.
I'm not going to say he did or didn't.
It hit him in the neck, correct? Like
I
collarbone
want
swipe
it.
off the
I
neck?
want it. I don't
No,
know.
he hit him in the face.
It hit him in the face?
I'm not gonna. I hope a fighter went into that. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I want to shit on him.
This fight
Alonzo
was
Menifield.
interesting.
This was a heavy dog. Alonzo Menifield was like a plus 490 if you took
I
him.
feel like Umar Sy just, he's a good grappler and he's a big dude, but he just, maybe he was just trying to get his experience with the striking. I mean, he's such a better grappler. I mean, he got him down. He controlled him for a little bit. I feel like he should have done
Yeah.
it more, but wasn't that exciting.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep it a bean. I fell asleep. I did not watch this one. The next one. I woke up the next morning and I watched Buckley. And,
I can't see what the next ones are,
Andre's
but if you saw what
next
else?
one's
Keep
Cody
going.
Brundage.
Mansoor Abdul
Oh,
Malik versus Cody Brundage. I didn't see the fight. I saw a highlight. It looked like it was fun as hell. The fight,
It was lackluster the whole first round until
Yes.
the very little bit of the end, I think, of the second round. And then the second round, that's literally the start of the second round.
it
They
seemed
came
as
out
though
and
that
just-
Cody was winning the striking. As
Can't
far as
remember.
numbers, total
Nothing stood
strikes,
out, I don't
73 to 67. Cody landed 30. Malik landed 25.
Did you realize that there was like a headbutt clash in that ending?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, all right. So
I seen that. And
he was
then,
in another.
Then they said they like
Judges scorecards.
yeah.
Yeah, they were. Dominic Cruz was like,
he
it
has
happens.
The,
Like
he has the craziest,
worst luck with that
worst
shit,
luck
right?
with shit, bro.
I feel bad for him, man. I feel like
Yeah.
he could be really good, and he's just not hitting a good stride. And
Yeah.
but I hope he gets back in there, and I hope the UFC gives him another chance. So
Cody Garbrandt versus Honey Barcelos.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. But I heard it was 1-1 going into the second. I heard Cody had a great first round. And then, yeah, you tell me. You watched it, right?
I was falling asleep a little bit,
Bro, they got
late,
the East Coast,
right?
bro.
And I work Saturday, so it'd
The
be
East Coast
hard,
cards
bro.
are rough.
Hard.
But even if you
bro.
look at the total strikes, like 45 to 43, takedowns, like Honey Barcelos only got 1 takedown. So on the numbers, it looked like a close
I will
fight.
say this: Cody Brundage is fast, bro. Like a first round
Well, it's
hand
Cody
speed.
Cody
I'm
Garbrandt.
saying Cody Brundage.
Yep,
sorry,
yep,
Cody
I got you.
Garbrandt's like I'm talking about super
No, he
fast,
is
bro.
he has
lightning fast. Yeah, fast.
You want to talk about Andre and Edmund?
So this is the one fight I got to watch. The one fight I wanted to watch, obviously. Our teammate Andre Petrosky took on Edmund Shabazian. He lost a 3-round decision. I think he lost every round. I think the first round could have been the closest round. But essentially, Edmund was good with his jab and taking that space in the center, and Andre was kind of circling on the outside the whole time. He had some good moments. Wasn't really able to establish control on a takedown. But, I think Andre, despite the loss, looked better than he ever has on the feet. And now I think he can add that confidence to his striking game, and then obviously, not accept going backwards as much, and he'll be a lot more successful, I think, with his wrestling. But, Edmund's a tough guy, he's a good fighter, and
Yeah,
head up for our boy, he'll be back.
Edmund's only lost to good guys, so like it's not like
Yeah.
Andre lost to some bum, Edmund was like supposed to be the guy, and then they put him against they fucking fast tracked him too quick.
The golden
Oh, when he
boy.
got to Brunson, right?
Yeah,
I got a question
Hope
for
his
both of you guys.
Forearm didn't get broke too.
If you're like as a with grappling based fighters, when you take shots and don't land them, does that like change the score? And what I mean by that is like how Andre was shooting just like some blank shots. It looked like at one point of the fight and wasn't landing anything. It looked like he was just getting pushed off right away. Does that you think that deterrent like Dieter's the scoring as well as like, you're a grappling based fighter, but you're not landing?
Yeah, you definitely, obviously, yeah. I mean, if you're not causing damage and if you're getting a takedown, like you got a couple takedowns, but Edmund got right up, it's really not a takedown. You didn't establish control, you didn't keep him down, you didn't do anything with it. Kind of like when I took down Kelvin, I did nothing with it. He rolled through and got back up, and then that's not a takedown. Even though he fell to his butt, he got right up. It's not a takedown. You got to do something with it.
Before we move on, like I said, I as I always tell Andre, usually I write him or something like that, which I will get around to. But if your head is down somewhere, dog, I always say keep your head up. You know what I mean? Because I think when people with certain adversities, even yourself, like once you come from a certain amount of adversity, you can't be a loser in life. And that's what I always try and tell you.
He's
like,
8-3 in the UFC. He's a winner.
Living your dream, bro. Yeah. Living your dream, and you already came from the depths of hell with shit that can happen on earth. So just keep your head up, keep doing your thing.
Yes,
He's
sir.
the man.
Next fight, Rose Namajunas versus Miranda Maverick. We did pick Rose. I didn't watch the fight, but I assume just based off, the strikes, she did get 2 takedowns. To Maverick got 0. They had the same significant amount of strikes. Obviously, I think it wasn't that exciting.
She got a reverse.
Everyone thought Miranda would dominate Rose in the grappling, and
She had a good moment, right?
she went for
Yeah, she could have had it was an arm triangle, I think it was. She reversed it, somehow got an arm triangle in a way. I think the misconception of what I got was when you look at Miranda, she looked like a fucking house. Like she looked like a baby Kayla, a little bit, like just her physique. But when you got when you got in the cage,
looks don't mean dick.
true, Rose was
mean shit.
significant.
Delvin.
Like she looked way stronger in the sense of just the contact.
And how many
So,
jacked ass dudes do you see, and then they're fucking weak as fuck?
Dookie.
Like, it doesn't mean anything. Buckley, Usman, we're gonna fucking circle back to that.
Yes.
So we
Next
got
card.
UFC. How do you say it? Azerbaijan? Is that how you say it?
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Baku, to be exact.
I'll say Baku.
Exactly where.
Shout out to Simon,
yeah,
my boy Simon.
my wife.
Your family's from
Yes.
there, yes
Yes.
sir. Baku.
Yes.
All right, let's fucking go.
Oh shit.
We're starting off with Muhammad Usman versus Hamdi.
I got Usman.
I'm not gonna say his last name. I'm not gonna pick on this fight. I'm just gonna let these guys fight each
Abdel
other.
Wahhabi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Usman. I think
Yeah.
he's based off Hamdi's last fight wasn't impressive. He bought. I think
thought he
it was
lost.
controversial that he lost.
Didn't he pop a few times already? Like,
Not sure.
I know he popped fucking like immediately.
It was
for
versus Jamal
drug
Poe,
test.
and I think it was in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And
Well-
it definitely felt like it was a robbery, in my opinion.
Either
I did
way-
take Jamal Poe, I thought, but
Either way, I'm gonna go with Usman. I think he's gonna be able to outstrike him. I think he's gonna be able to stuff the sloppy takedowns from Hamdi. That's just my opinion, but I think Usman.
Hamdi's my guy. I'm going with Hamdi. He's a friend of mine.
You met him like 3 times.
Yeah.
why you sound like you screaming on it?
For me,
Yeah.
crying.
I'm fucked up, man. I'm sick.
So you just came here and just got all almost sick.
I want everyone to feel bad for me.
You
How
just
the fuck do you get sick in summer?
Just do, bro.
He said.
depressed
He
or
said.
Why did
I'm
he
fine.
said-
I'm just.
He said, "I'm sick. I'm just gonna come here, get you guys all sick, sweat all over the podcast." God,
It ain't sweat. It's gravy, bro.
God,
Next fight is
Tagir.
Azat Maksum versus Tagir Olombekov.
I'm picking Tagir.
I've
These
seen
are
I
him.
all
don't know
Marshall
anything about
Times
this other
cousins.
guy.
You probably seen him, but I'm not too familiar with him yet.
Probably
either.
train with us.
No, we are definitely Little Central Asia right now.
I'm still
Hold on,
picking
I
Tagir.
gotta give a pick here.
He's 15-1. He's a moderate underdog. Yo, that's pretty sick. Tapology, when you just like touch the person's, it tells you the odds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, plus 235. I think I'm gonna go with Tagir as well. This guy's coming off his one loss, but
To
he
Charles-
is a
and-
Kazakhstan bull.
And it's
so,
to Charles Johnson, and Charles Johnson is very good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
these first 4 I do not know.
I'm not going to talk about these next 2 fights either. Two
Decisions.
chick fights.
Decision.
No, I just don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've
I'm
never
sorry.
heard of any of these.
And
girls.
I
But
wouldn't.
I
do
know
know.
I know the Russian girl.
All right, you can.
Yeah,
you
the
can
Russian.
talk-
I'm gonna actually go with the Melissa Dixon because the Russian girl was very disappointing in her last fight.
Okay.
So yeah, Melissa Dixon.
All right. Ismail Nardiev versus Jung Young Park. I fought Ismail at 170. He's
he'll win.
fucking really good, dynamic on the feet. He was really big when I fought him. Now he's moved up to 185.
He was in. He
Now,
got
how
cut,
do you
right?
feel about him being 85? Do you think
I think
he's
he's
a true
better.
85?
I think he's better off at 85 because it was like Aaron Jeffrey, who I fought back in the day. Now he's in the Bellator tournament. He moved up to 85, and like they were just big. And they're probably killing themselves trying to make 70. And I think he's going to be way better striking than Park. I think he has better grappling. I
Is
think
he
has
really
better-
only 5'8"?
Who's that?
Ismail?
It says he's 5'8".
They have him on there as 5'8". I feel like he's
Bro,
6 foot.
6'1".
6'1",
Probably,
yeah.
he's at least he's 6 foot minimum.
I'm going with Nardiev as
Yeah,
well.
I'm going with Nardiev. What's he? Is he a underdog or is he a
He's probably a favorite.
Jung Young is very.
slight underdog?
Wow.
Let's go.
I
Slight
mean, he's
underdog.
28. I gotta go with the.
slight,
You gotta go with him.
slight underdog. All right. Oban Elliott versus
Sokyon.
Yeah.
KO Sokyon.
I'm going with Oban Elliott. I think he has really good striking. He's on a nice streak right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming off a knockout win in the 3rd round against Basel. Yeah, I'm going with.
I am as well.
Yo, curious. Can anybody fight out of North Korea, or they don't allow it?
I don't know.
Probably can't,
Probably
right?
don't.
I never seen no North Korean fighters.
No, I think there's North Koreans.
I don't think so,
No?
bro.
Really? It's that bad?
Not to go into it politically, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. They don't.
They're not allowed.
They're
to
all. It's
deal
never
with the
North
West.
Korean. It's always.
Let me
Korean.
not say nothing. I got enough.
Check this one out,
Joe Conrad.
Last thing you need, Joey.
Brother, I can't even say anything. Everybody, the
La-
headlines will be Joe Pyfer slams North
Last-
Korea.
Korea.
Last thing you need.
Yeah.
All right, no, I just was curious. I never really seen no North
Moving
Korean
on to
fighter.
the lightweight, we have Nazim Sadikov
Nope.
versus Nicholas Moda.
You skip somebody.
Did I?
Muhammad.
Oh, yeah.
Muhammad, yeah, take that job.
Naimov versus Bogdan Grad. I'm gonna go with Naimov on this. I thought he would lose the last one. He showed up and he looked really good. So I'm going to go with Muhammad Naimov.
Who did he fight his last fight? Oh, yes, we were watching this at the fight. I said at the fight at the gym. Yeah, I'll go Muhammad Naimov as well. This is a good fight. Now you
Nazim Sadikov
Yep.
versus Nicholas Moda.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Nazim.
Nazim's from Baku too.
Yeah,
So
he trains
Oh,
with
he's from
Alpha
Baku?
Man,
I
all
think he
them.
is. Yeah.
He's fun to watch, man.
Nicholas Mata is like it's like a hit or a miss. Sometimes he looks
He's
really
looked
good,
good lately,
like legit a hit or a miss. Either he knocks you out,
right,
or he gets caught.
I think that's where your value is.
He's
if
a
you want to take a risk here.
He's a do or die fighter, but so is Nazim. Fucking scraps.
He's fun to
So
watch.
I think it's gonna be a really good fight.
Yeah.
I give the slight edge to Nazim. I think he has a little bit more skills just as far as like grappling. I think he'll be able to mix it up a little bit better. Whereas like I think Mata's just gonna come out there and try to fucking murk you.
I think the good thing is Nazim tries the pressure and Mata accepts it, but in exchanges, it's all heat. Like in exchanges, he loves it, aggressive. Like that's why I can replay it.
Now this next one, I don't know what you guys know about this guy, but I did look
He's
this
good.
guy up,
He's
and he's very good.
he's
He's a
very
former
good.
Ryzen champion.
Yep.
I am going to go with Tafik.
Yep,
Musayev
I'm going to Tafik as well.
over
I watched
Orlbai.
him I watched him in Bellator. Obviously he went over to Risen and did his thing over there. His only recent loss was to Alexander Shelby, and Shelby's very good.
Did you see how it ended?
The Shelby fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what happened? Or I don't know if you've seen how it ended, but you watched that fight, and then he had taken a knee to like it was a teep like to the solar plex, and when it came down, it kind of hit him like at the top of the groin, and I think that kind of gave people a little awareness where people try to say he quit. Now you get to go watch that, and you make your own judgment of what you think of
What
this
do you
guy.
think?
It did look kind of. It looked like this hurt. It looked like this. He knew he got hit in the vicinity. He took it on the way out. But I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried more about if you look at what's his name, Matabek Orbai, that Rebecca fight, and that was a fucking war. There's no quitting that guy.
Yes,
His eye
yes.
was fucking.
But I do think that Rebecca that beat him isn't going to be a top 15 guy, or not a top 15 guy, but I don't think he's going to be a title contender. And it's not like their striking was super clean.
No, it was.
And I think Musayev or whatever, however you say his name, Tafik, is really good on the striking.
he has good.
department.
Yeah, good striking.
And
I
there's
just
some
don't know.
value there. He's an underdog. Make sure
He
we
is
don't
plus
pick,
132.
Make sure we don't pick all the favorites. You know, we can't pick all the favorites.
I was about to say something. Never mind.
Relax.
All right, Curtis Blades versus
Rizvan
Another good one.
Kunyaev.
This is a tough. I don't know who to pick in
Nope.
this.
It's yo.
I'm going Curtis Blades.
Yes. Dog.
I'm gonna. I know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick it, but it could get a little.
And I'll tell you why.
dicey.
Like looking at the dude, like one, I will say, he's fat. That's first and foremost. Great. And I get what you about to say. He also, like I said, he's
They did, as soon as you said he's fat, it's the first thing I
Curtis Blades don't really struggle with these guys. Fat little leg, like, and when he double legs, he kind of gets real low, like behind the knee, and bring, like he just sweeps
He's
him
got
right
really
under.
good control.
I
Once
think
he
Curtis
gets you
is
down.
like.
He get overlooked a little bit, in my opinion, bro.
I
Like,
think so.
100%.
He's huge.
Yeah, and you got to remember, he's for a bigger heavyweight. He's lighter,
And he's
light on the
fast
feet,
on the feet.
can throw, great wrestling,
Good
but not
elbows.
just great. I was watching one of his fights. I'm not gonna lie, like he kind of reminded me in some of the control things that he do, like the hooks, keeping the weight over top, this and that. He's gonna make this dude carry that weight. I will say that dude, he's not only big, but he knows he's big.
Yeah.
When he's leaning on you, like I seen him do some shit where he kind of was just like lackadaisical, like I know I'm fucking heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm just going like lean on you and get you tired. He gasses. I don't know, bro.
I think you should take Curtis Blades by
have
KO
to.
or points.
Have to, bro.
Once he gets you down, he's going to do some good ground and pound, especially against a fatter guy.
It's
They're
going to
like
be
turtles
interesting
on
to
their
see
back.
if these cards get a little dicey for the Russians in Russia, though.
What's the line on that fight?
and you really don't see Curtis Blades on his back, even with the what's my man name, Landshark.
He's a big favorite. Minus 275. Landshark.
What's the motherfucker that took him down fucking 9 times?
Oh,
Almeida.
John
Yeah,
Almeida.
even though he took him down all them times, 9 different
Yeah,
ways and shit
yeah.
like that, he doesn't. He knows exactly what to do. He doesn't go on his back. He turns. He stands. He uses the cage. Like I just don't see where you can beat him here. Besides knocking him out, but
All right.
Co-main, Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes.
I'm picking Ignacio.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
I think he's. All right.
It's a 50-50.
Fiziev was talking about going down.
6'3".
Fiziev was talking about going down to 45. That means he's not a huge 55er. This guy's big. He's tall. I seen him in Canada. He was doing the guest fighter show with me.
Mhm.
He's big. He's tall. He's long. He has submissions. He has knockouts. He has a lot of ways he can get it done. His fight against, like, he just triangled fucking Jalen Turner.
Mhm.
He beat Manuel Torres after that. Like, I thought he was going to lose that fight. And then
His last loss was Klein.
was Ludwig declined, yeah.
Right.
Which Kind of
Similar to Fiziev, right?
Yeah. So it could get a
Only
little.
thing Fiziev doesn't have is that Ludovic does have a little bit of wrestling where
Yes, yeah.
Fiziev doesn't. But
And I think he's a little bit more physical than Rafael Fiziev too. So I'm going to go with Ignacio. This is a good card. I'm gonna keep it a buck though. I thought last weekend's card was going to be a good ass card. That shit was
like
a
this.
stinker.
So this is a pick'em. They're 113 and 113 on FanDuel. I'm looking, and I say take the fight to good decision. That's my pick. Decision, no winner.
Yeah,
just decision. The fight to end in points.
He fought this dude named I think his name Alex White or something like that. Dude was like 6 foot. You go watch that fight.
Yeah.
Kind of literally similar like looks, and you kind of look at how he did it. I would judge it off of that. What do you think about that using the height? I think the one thing they did point out with the Muay Thai is that like you can't kick a lot against those guys because they're very good at catching it. And then what Ignacio is, he liked working off his back. That's how he got the triangle. He also kept
so catching my kick, take me down. I'm going to try to submit you.
Can you submit him or you going to keep him down? Klein kept him down.
If you're a tall guy, and you have a good guard, then that's how you should work it. Like, all right, cool. I'm big. I'm long. If you catch my shit, I'm gonna go to my back and then work from there.
He's working with Bilal too, so you never know. He might be wrestling a little bit.
They're a good camp.
Okay.
All right. Main event. I'm keeping this short, sweet. Khalil Roundtree versus Jamal Hill.
So before you go to pick, is he really not going to go?
I heard about that.
I seen that.
I don't blame him.
I'm going Jamal Hill.
I don't blame him either.
I said
Would
Jamal
you blame
Hill.
him?
I'm going Khalil Roundtree. What do you mean?
He's basically saying like, yo, there's a war in that vicinity, and I'm really not trying to go over that direction.
I don't blame him.
I respect him.
I wouldn't want to go.
Listen, know yourself, know your worth, dog. You only get one life. So I'm kind of like,
is that why he's saying he's not going?
Yeah,
that's basically what he's saying.
Because of all the bombing and everything, he doesn't want to
in
go.
that vicinity.
And it's
bad.
No political talk, but it's bad. Shit's popping off over there. So I respect that.
I do too.
I respect that. Maybe they can find someone else.
If the fight does happen,
I know Khalil Roundtree is already there. If the fight does happen,
I think it goes to a decision as well. I don't see somebody finishing. And if there is a finish, I would see it a little bit more for Khalil Roundtree. So I think my official pick would be Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah, I'll pick Khalil as well.
Just based off of his hell of a fight with Alex Pereira, I think he's getting better and better and better.
Big cards come once a month, but you know what comes every day? Fan cash.
Fan cash with Fanatics Sportsbook.
When you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, you get fan cash back, win or lose.
You can spend your fan cash on bonus bets
or new merch from Fanatics.com.
And from UFCstore.com.
So flip that fan cash into UFC shirts, collectibles, and more.
Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in no sweat bets
across the first 10 days when they sign up.
Use code BradyBagz to let them know we sent you.
Download Fanatics Sportsbook and start earning fan cash today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
As always, make sure you bet responsibly.
Lock the fuck in, because I got a lot of shit I want to hear you talk about.
All right,
this 170. Oh, my fad. Talk about the fight.
About what? Buckley?
Remember, we didn't even talk about the fight.
Yeah, so
yep.
I mean, we kind of said this too. Like we said, vintage Usman could come out and do what he did, and yeah, I mean, he looked first 4 rounds, scored 1 takedown each round. Buckley never got up. 5th round definitely got a little bit dicey, but yeah, it just showed holes in Buckley's game with him getting taken down. And Usman looked good. Like
I thought one thing was really good that I see you do that he was doing too is like collecting the legs and just letting, like, I'll try to defend your takedowns and like hold my arm there, and then you'll just sit there and wait holding the legs until, like, there's really nothing you could do if your hips are off the ground.
Yeah,
and then you're just waiting.
Yeah.
Now it's like I'm just wasting energy holding. I thought Usman looked great. I definitely thought Buckley looked good on the feet too. I think he had the edge on the feet, but
it's not a huge L for Buckley either. Like he lost to a former champion, lost his decision, was coming on strong.
Had good cardio.
In the 5th, had good cardio. He'll probably take some time off, go work on his shit. And the divisions, there's so many good fights that are going to happen.
Who do you think Buck is next for Usman? Because he's saying title.
He said, bro. All right, let's.
Thank you. This is what I want right here.
Now,
if we move on to this,
if he would have got a finish, maybe he would have like a more of a claim. But it's like Buckley was number 7. You're coming off a 3-fight skid. I know what he's trying to say. He has the biggest name for the, but it's like, all right, say Usman and JDM fight in October. Whoever wins, let's say Islam wins, he's not fighting again until next year. So you're going to wait around 18 months, possibly because they don't fight he's not going to fight during Ramadan. Maybe he doesn't fight until early or late 2026. Like, and then there's Shoutout there. They're saying he's still next. So I don't know. In my mind, either way, I'll fight Usman or I'll fight Ian. And that's what I like. Ian put out something. Meh, 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 meh.
Yeah, it was
You
corny.
got finished by Bilal. Meh, 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 meh. Bro, I'm
You
number
say it or
one.
I'm gonna say it.
Well,
I got a lot of shit to say.
I'm
about
number
this.
one. I was number one. Now I'm number two. I've been trying to get a fight. He put out a thing. It was like, oh, now I said something about Brady. Now look, all these MMA websites. I'm like, first of all,
It happened last month.
MMA Junkie put out one thing.
Yeah.
I've been asking to fight you for months.
Yeah.
And
Bitch.
and there's things out there all the time. So, but now I'm like, fuck it. I'll fight Usman.
Yeah.
He's a former champion. I think me and him have more. Like, I would rather do that. So
I mean, you're number 2. He's what, number 4?
He's probably about to
He's-
jump
he's-
over at Leon. I
he
think.
was
he
fine.
can't jump Leon.
Can't?
He lost to him. How can you jump
Oh
Leon?
no! I thought after this one they probably would jump him or
No,
something.
no.
His
He's,
stock
he's
wouldn't go
gonna
up.
stay right where he's at. That's what I think. He's gonna stay right where he's at. He's number 5, and then Ian can go fuck himself.
Fuck you, Ian.
My question about the joint, I get it. I'm hearing vintage Usman. I hear you. Good, and all respect on what I'm about to say. I love Usman. I think he's one of the best. I will take one of these Alps.
Pop.
Thank you. I'm not because I'm about to. But you say vintage Usman, but when you watch that, I was like, I'm thinking from your perspective. I'm like, I don't think Bilal watched this. I don't think Brady watched this and said, "Oh, Usman is fucking
Yeah.
back." I think you watch this and you say, "I think he did what every grappler thought they would probably do to Buckley
Yeah.
if they had to fight
Yeah.
him." You get what I'm saying? I think there are good things that came from the Buckley situation. Not good things, but things that you learned about Buckley.
Yeah.
He's very strong.
Yep.
He does not quit.
Yep.
He was not broken in
Nope.
that fight. Every time he was on his feet, he had a
No,
chance.
Buckley's a good fighter.
His cardio carries, his strength carries deep into the
Yeah.
late fights
My
for 5
thing
rounds.
that was crazy to me is the commentary was like, all the other guys are looking at this, but like Buckley had a freaking war with Abdul Al Hassan in the grappling department. You know what I mean? Like he was out wrestling him, obviously, but it's not like he ever looked like he was a super good grappler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when Usman exposed that, everybody's acting like, oh, now they see it. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody
Yeah.
already knew that.
And let's keep it real, bro. You dished it out. Could he take that? Could he see? Can anybody see Usman do this to you?
No.
Not
Fuck
at
outta
all.
here.
Even when you talk about
And-
the knees, that was an all gas performance. Do we know them knees? I don't know.
And after I beat Leon, Usman was like, "Oh, like maybe I'll fight Brady now." So it's like, "All right, now you got to win." Now it makes sense.
Are you here for it?
Now,
Shuffle in the
I'm
card.
here for it. I personally like Usman. I DM'd him before, like super respectful about
Yeah.
fighting.
All
like,
respect.
And I think it makes. Let's not wait around. Let's see who the number one contender is.
Well, I think that's what's admirable about your position is
Yeah.
that you want to
Yeah,
fight. You
yeah.
want to be
It's
active.
me
And
versus
these guys
Ian,
are
or it's
acting like
me
you're
versus-
talking
yeah.
shit. It's like, no, bro,
No.
I'm number 2. I want to
Bro,
fight. I want to
no.
make money.
But like none of us are getting it.
And you want to fight for a long time.
And that's the thing. None of us
Damn.
are getting it.
You got cornhole money.
Bro,
None of us are getting the title. Come on, bro. Like, relax. None of us are getting the title shot. Like, there's fucking JDM's there and Islam's there. That's happening next. They're saying Shavkat's next. Then there's me. Then there's Usman. And then there's Ian. So
But you're making a case for yourself by staying
that's what I'm saying.
active.
Yeah.
Yes.
These
So-
other guys are trying to hold position
Yeah.
and wait it out.
Yeah.
If you're the one that's active and
I feel like
fighting,
Usman just like left the line and came back like somebody was holding the spot.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like it don't work that way.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
duck,
And
though,
especially
right?
the same thing with Ian. Like he beat fucking Prates, who was 13,
13, yeah.
and then Usman just beat Buckley, who was 7. So it's like I fucking go out there. I beat Leon Edwards, who's number 1 at the time when I beat him. Submitted. I'm the only one getting got a finish.
Yeah. I was about to say that I'm not. Oh God, it's gonna be glazing, but fuck you, my guy. You get somebody down 4 times, 5 times like that. I promise you, it's not going to distance.
So
and that's what makes the difference.
Ian's just cringe, bro, when he's like, I know a nice, good-looking Irish kid who's ready to go, and I'll box the ears off him. It's like, bro, come on, dude. Like,
stop
right.
glazing
you said that
yourself.
when you were on, I love the response of, like, you were on all fours. I've never seen somebody crawl away like
Yeah,
that.
clap
Bro, I
that.
would rather
You were-
eat the shots in my face than get on all
You were
fours
getting-
and
I'd
dog
have made a
away.
meme with
He had a leash
ball
on
belt in
him.
his
I'm
mouth.
cringe. Don't get me wrong. I'm cringe, too. I get a lot of hate, but that motherfucker is just, like,
Yeah,
feminine. It's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
weird.
That 9 milligram hit me like a motherfucker.
God damn. These boys are all zinned up.
yeah.
They're on the zins.
On the
Yeah,
9
what is that?
millies,
Who is that?
The Alps. So these guys were my
Jesus
sponsor.
Christ. The thing is
Tucker
this though too, though,
Carlson,
Kurt.
Alp You fucking ruined my promotion.
What are you doing? Was it commercial?
No, I want a long time sponsorship. They hooked me up with my last fight, and these guys are awesome. And now I used to be a Zim boy, but I'm an out boy now, and only an out boy. So 9 milli or higher, baby.
Hey, we're shouting out sponsors.
Yep.
I can breathe, boy. Shout out to Dream Tape. They came out with a new product. These are just nasal strips. I do conditioning with them. Open you up. I walk around with them. I can breathe better because your boy's got a crooked nose.
That shit is crazy. It's not doing it no justice, honestly.
What?
The way it looked.
Hey, you think it's supposed to make my shit look better?
Look like that.
Look how she going.
Hey, shout out Dream Recovery with their new nasal strips. It's called Second Wind. I'm at the secondly punch curtain in his motherfucking face.
Check out, bro. Call me
check.
that. I just want to say one before you
Go
go.
ahead.
What last thing do you have to say to either or of these guys?
I'm not. Yeah, like I'm down to fight Ian. I'm down to fight Kamara. I think those are the fights that make sense. I'm fucking down to fight Bilal. But
Bilal's now locking in with. He's trying to lock in with.
He's trying to lock in with Usman.
Yeah.
So there's so many good fights to make right there, but let's just start making them. I'm sure there's something is going to come up soon. I heard they have October in Vegas. They have somewhere in Canada coming up. So there's shit coming up.
Yeah, Vancouver.
So
I think.
yeah, Vancouver.
Yeah. Last thing I want to ask you about before we close this.
They'll butt fuck us on taxes though.
Yeah, true.
That was bad. Oh wait, you didn't fight it. You went up there.
Yeah.
UFC BJJ. I keep seeing the clips. Everybody talking about that. What's going on with that? You know anything about?
Yeah, they started. They're doing like a team thing. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't even know who the other guy is, but the one guy is Mikey Musumeci. I know they were trying to do him versus like Gordon or Craig, and there's this whole beef.
Stupid.
Because they stole. The UFC didn't steal anything. So Karate Combat had the pit, where they grapple in the pit, so you can't run out of it. Whatever. CGI Craig did it. They like licensed it out, whatever. So now the UFC was like, all right, it's the best way to do it. So, but they made a thing called the Bowl. So Craig's been coming at them hard. There's a lot of beef there, but it should be cool. It's free on YouTube. I'm going to watch it. It's like the Ultimate Fighter for grappling.
Well, fighters.
Mikey Musumeci versus Gordon Ryan makes no sense.
Yeah, but they were going to do it as like a coach thing. I don't know if they were going to have them grapple, but it's Mikey versus some random.
Mikey actually legit wants to grapple.
He does. Mikey's fucking good, bro. It's Mikey versus some Brazilian dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What about Fury grappling? Will we see you on there? July 25th, possibly?
Yeah. If I'm not fighting till I'm hearing I might not fight till October.
Headline, co-head.
Who could that possibly be? Or you have no idea?
What?
Who would you
grapple?
Yeah, who would you?
I don't know. Someone fun. I'm not grappling just random black.
You headline me, co.
Yeah, that'd be
against
fun.
Pat.
Yeah, you versus Pat.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
I want to do it.
You guys need to do that.
Yeah, I want to
Get
do
it
it.
out of the way.
Me versus Pat, and then Sean headline against whoever.
You versus you guys have to do that. But yeah, I would definitely do that. But from what I know, the UFC BJJ, they're not going to have UFC fighters on right now. It's going to be a different thing. So they just want like pure jiu-jitsu guys on there. So
I think it has a good see it like it could become something.
I think so. Do
you feel like BJJ is still on the rise?
Fuck
like
yeah. I think Nogi's. I think
more
up.
now than ever.
Saw my man Rampage and a gi.
Like you never used to have televised no-gi, so it's definitely going in that
Nogi's
direction.
blowing up for sure.
You got one, and then you got Fury, which it's not that terribly big, but that's
Polaris,
UFC,
ADCC,
Invitational.
Yep, and then there's who's number one. There's a million grappling tournaments.
Yeah.
Do not forget, sign up with Fanatics Sportsbook. I used it this weekend. Not only did I take Kamaro as an underdog, but they got the feature with the fan cash. They offered to use $7 worth of my fan cash to boost my odds. I got them at not only underdog odds, but even better odds. Put down a little bit of money, won a lot of money. Fan cash. That's all I can tell you is fan cash. Use the fan cash. That's the best thing about Fanatics Sports. But fan cash, the fair play, and the freaking no sweat bets across the 10 days when you first sign up, it's the way to go. Sign up using code BradyBagz with a Z. And also sign up for Steady Picks Premium.
Sir.
They are the GOATs. They are still running in the playoffs. Sign up.
Is that it?
I think that's it, man.
All right, boys. Well, it was a good episode.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that follow us.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
They sound sick.
Yo, if I get sick, I'm punching you right
I hope
this
in this episode you tell us if you got some terminal.
I will clean you up.
You ain't cleaning shit up.
I will clean
Only
you
thing
straight
you
up.
clean up is your fucking
Listen,
face
man.
after you be
Coming
eating,
from you with
motherfucker.
that uneven ass
Yo, we can say
fucking shelf nose.
What?
Every time I
you
popped up
are
on the
a
show
ugly
with-
motherfucker.
I ran it afterwards.
Yo, guys, I just want to say, even though I'm not the best fighter in the fans' eyes, I'm probably one of the best Call of Duty players, dude.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
What's your stream? Drop it.
It is Joe Pyfer UFC on Twitch. Go follow it. Watch me rage. Watch me have really good games. Watch me suck ass sometimes. But I'm going to body Phil Rowe later today, and then I'm going to body Kyle Brahalio a little bit later today. Big fan of that guy. I can't wait to beat him.
Just curious, would Grand Theft Auto 6 bring you back out?
No.
You fucking
Bro,
nuts. I'm getting
it's
that
gonna
shit.
be sick though.
Getting that
You
shit.
can go. I probably should say this. I'm saying it. You can go to. You can go. No,
Yeah, no, just cut it.
Yeah,
right
cut it
there.
out. All right,
Shout
sign
out
up for
that
Steady
boy.
Picks Premium. That's it.
That's it, baby.
All right, boys.
Later,
Peace.
fellas.